What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Guys, got a very interesting one here. Came across this video, the channel Wes O'Donnell. That name sounds like it's on TV or something. Wes O'Donnell. We're back with Wes O'Donnell, as he, that sounds like a TV name. But this Swedish Camouflage is making Ukrainian vehicles nearly invisible. Y'all know we've been doing a lot over just looking at least different vehicles and military equipment and stuff like that here recently. I know for the most part Finnish. We got some Swedish here too. Been checking out the different branches of military in the Nordic countries. So now we got this Swedish Camouflage. Some Swedish Camouflage. That's interesting. I don't remember hearing too much about that. So we're going to see. Y'all hit that subscribe button. Let's check it out.
This Swedish Camouflage is making Ukrainian vehicles nearly invisible. Together with the Swedish CV-90 armored personnel carrier, Barracuda Camo is giving Ukrainian units an edge. Privyet, Druzy, Wes O'Donnell here, veteran of both the U.S. Army and the U.S. Air Force, and today we're seeing how Ukraine is putting Barracuda Camo to good use. But first, I have a degree in international relations, speak bad Russian, and love analyzing military technology. When you subscribe, you help me add my voice to the chorus of Ukraine supporters. Okay, let's jump in. The concept of camouflage has been around for, well, as long as animals and insects have, really. Aristotle commented about the color-changing characteristics of an octopus, and later, Charles Darwin had a thing or two to say about it also. In the West, though, military camouflage finally came into its own about the same time that long-range rifles made their debut. But it wasn't until the early 20th century that camo became widely adopted across Europe and North America. A lot of camo advancements around this time were thanks to experiments by naturalist Abbot Thayer, dubbed the father of camouflage.
Father of camouflage. It's crazy too, because I just thought about it. I've been doing all this, just doing a lot more military content. And I'm actually having a boot camp for my basketball players, just to get their mind right. I was looking, I think it was Finnish and Swedish, like just doing different things to make sure they can withstand, the adversity conditions of certain things, situations. So I'm doing a boot camp. It had me ready. I probably was preparing to do my boot camp. I had to see some of this stuff, but I just of course, when we think of military army, first thing that come to mind is camouflage. The green, black, it's like 3 different shades of green type of thing. Like you just think of camouflage. That's what comes to mind when you think of military and boot camps and all that stuff.
In his 1909 book, Concealing Coloration in the Animal Kingdom, that became essential reading for generals and strategists at the time. French academics also studied the effectiveness of camo in combat in the 1910s, and from then on it was game on, just in time for World War II. Understanding that vision is the primary sense of orientation in humans,
for sure,
camo is designed to deceive the human eye by counter-shading, preventing casting shadows, or disruption of outlines. As technology evolved, so too did camo. In the modern era, some textiles can provide concealment from infrared sensors. Other high-tech stealth coatings can make a vehicle nearly invisible to radar.
Wow.
Now, 2 products coming out of Sweden have been combined on the battlefields of Ukraine, to widespread acclaim from soldiers in the field, I might add. First, the Swedish APC Combat Vehicle 90, or CV-90, is a beast in combat, which just might give the American Bradley infantry fighting vehicle a run for its money. According to the deputy commander of Ukraine's 21st Brigade, quote, "The armor is the most important thing. Our vehicle withstood direct hits from Lancets, various first-person drones, and a 120mm shell hit to the back, and the vehicle withstood everything."
Dang, that's
Another
powerful.
Ukrainian commander said, quote, "The vehicle is a tractor, comfortable, maneuverable, energetic. The vehicle is just a lively one. There is air conditioning, You can listen to the radio, end quote.
High
Many
tech.
other anecdotes are coming out of Ukraine about the CV90's survivability. But the real magic comes when the CV90 is combined with
Man, I almost didn't see that. Like, you really gotta, like, I think when
But the real magic comes when the
like, you really gotta focus in and look for it, because you really couldn't see it. Like, when that picture just flashed right there, you really can't see it, and that's just the top view. So just imagine, like, different air forces and stuff. That's hard to see within those trees.
CV90 is combined with Sweden's Barracuda Mobile Camouflage System, or MCS. Not to be confused with the Swedish Barracuda camouflage pattern that was developed in the late 1970s for soldiers' uniforms. The pattern was never officially adopted. Not gonna lie, it's kind of cool looking. Barracuda is a proprietary textile made by Saab that soldiers apply over a military vehicle's armor. First and foremost, its design uses a non-glossy
Saab.
structure pattern and colors to enable a vehicle to blend in with its surroundings and avoid visual detection, much like you would expect camouflage to do. For Arctic or cold environments, Barracuda has a high ultraviolet reflectance. This image from Saab does a good job of showing the difference between a fabric with high UV reflectance versus one that absorbs UV.
That's tough to see.
Barracuda also has protection against near-infrared and short-wave infrared, making it much more difficult to detect with night vision due to the fabric's ability to match the spectral reflections of its environment. It also protects against thermal infrared by using materials that interact with the surroundings through convection, reflection, radiation, and insulation. This greatly reduces the heat signature of the vehicle underneath. But the most heavily guarded property of Barracuda is its ability to turn its vehicles into a stealth APC that are nearly invisible to radar. The fabric protects against synthetic aperture radar that generate high-resolution images, as well as fire control radars and target-seeking missiles. According to one Ukrainian CV90 vehicle commander, quote, thanks to the Barracuda coat, which we now only have on Swedish equipment, the vehicle is 70% less visible on the thermal camera. It's just gray, like a padded cold car, end quote. There are also benefits beyond its incredible camouflage properties. By lowering the internal vehicle temperature, the MCS minimizes the energy needed for vehicle cooling, reducing total fuel consumption in the field. In addition, the fabric reduces dust clouds from forming as the vehicle moves over the terrain. According to Saab, this minimizes the service intervals for filters and for the engine. The best part is that slapping this stuff on Ukrainian vehicles is only the beginning. Assuming more is forthcoming from Sweden, nothing is stopping Ukraine from using this fabric on dismounted infantry positions, air defense.
Dude, at this point, you can use it on everything, because this seems like a very, very good, very good material.
Ukraine from using this fabric on dismounted infantry positions, air defense, crew-served weapons, and command and control centers. Actually, that's not the best part. This miracle fabric allows vehicle crew members or soldiers under a version of Barracuda to still use their radio frequency devices. This particular camo is printed with a material that acts as a low-pass filter, allowing selected low radio and GPS frequencies, roughly 0 to 0.5 and 1.2 to 1.6 gigahertz respectively, to pass either way through the camouflage netting while protecting against the higher frequencies of electromagnetic waves used by radar systems, typically from 8 to 12 gigahertz. Oh, and they have a version for maritime use with the same properties. Imagine Ukraine's growing uncrewed surface drone fleet sporting Barracuda. I'm not sure what those mad scientists are doing over at Saab, but this stuff is the apex of current camouflage technology.
Next level.
Just one step under actual invisibility cloaks. In practice, this means Russian soldiers must get much closer to Ukrainian positions before they can detect a CV90. And by then, well, it'll be too late for the Russian unit. When you learn about new technologies like this coming out of research and development at Western allies, it makes one realize just how far ahead the West is technologically over Russia. Now, I'm a tech guy, so forgive me if I'm gushing over this incredible material. I understand the risks of relying too much on technology, especially in war. But you have to admit, this stuff could be extremely useful if deployed across Ukraine, instead of just on Ukraine's 85 donated CV90s. Okay, that's it for now. Maybe clickety-click that like button if you enjoyed the video.
This was interesting for sure. I'm gonna have to check out more, see what he got. Like you said, I'm a tech guy too. I love technology and just the many and different ways that you can just use it for anything, really. But man, camouflage, like who would have thought? Like camouflage is a big game changer. But just reading the comments, you know, a lot of much respects to Sweden for even sending that over, you know, just giving a lot of help and a lot of aid over there. So that's good, Sweden. That's why I love Sweden. But man, yeah, camouflage, game changer. I'm gonna be having my camouflage on this week as I prepare for some boot camp for my basketball players. Like I said, it's just one of those things, just staying prepared mentally, physically, you know, very important. But this was good. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to Wes O'Donnell. Like I said, go check out more, see what he seemed, like he said, he veteran out here. Thank you for serving. But other than that, that's all I have. Y'all hit that subscribe button. Y'all be blessed, be the best, and be you. I'm out.